Welcome to the next video. So in this one I'm going to be talking about another incident that happened in Tianjin, China, in a bar, specifically AJO. For those that lived in Tianjin, China, AJO's was this Western-run two-story sports bar that was not far from another club called Xitang. I'll talk about Xitang in the future, but every so often, they would play different sporting events. You would come into the place, they'd have this bar set up, a couple tables and some couches. Second floor would be more tables and so on. And it was just kind of a good hangout spot. A lot of foreigners would go there, locals as well. Very kind of chill vibes, and decent music every so often. Anyhow, and ended up going there one night, sat at the bar on the first floor. And I believe the bartender was this young guy who was he may have been from Norway, I'm not sure. And he was Scandinavian. Really cool guy, and I'd go and, I'll go there, chat with him, and just kind of hang out and chat with him, whatever other expats sat at that bar. So that particular night, there was this really tall other Scandinavian guy who was a business person who had been living there for a bit. And seemed like a mild-mannered guy. I won't mention his name, but let's just call him the Scandinavian. And having a conversation. At some point, I get introduced to another European expat. I believe he was from Belgium, so I'll call him the Belgian. Nice guy, short, kind of chubby, beard. The Scandinavian, obviously tall, very light skin, blondish kind of hair. Anyway, they were there before I got there, and it seemed like they were good buddies and having a conversation, and everything was cool, having a few beers. So when I got in, I kind of joined in on the conversation and all the kind of usual topics about life, life in China, how long have you been here, where are you from, what brought you here, all that kind of stuff that expats talk about. After a few drinks, the Belgian and the Scandinavian start getting into this conversation about, I guess, martial arts or self-defense. And I think the Scandinavian mentions that he was in the military and he knows, how to defend himself and take anyone down. The Belgian goes, I bet you I can take you down. It's like, no you can't. Yes I can. No you can't. Yes I can. You want to see? Don't try it, says the Scandinavian. Belgian's like, I can take you down. Don't try it. And of course, after a few drinks, and after a lot of this pre-fight talk, the Belgian tries to tackle him. And what does the Scandinavian do? What he said he can do. He defends himself. I forget exactly what he did, but I know he kind of shuffled away and ended up either dropping the guy to the floor or sliding him off, or sliding him off to the side. And it was in an instant, and it was just shocking to all of us. We all kind of paused. So we think, okay, well, he proved that he can defend himself, and this poor guy ends up on his face on the floor at a bar. Now, for normal people, that would be the end of it. Just like, oh, well, I look silly. But not this guy, not the Belgian. He gets up, he's super pissed off. Tries to lunge at the guy again. So it becomes this standing wrestling match. The Scandinavian grabs him, slams him against the wall, just past the bar, and just holds him back. And of course, the Belgian's getting more upset because of this, because it's insult to injury, and he can't, I guess, take the blow to his ego after a few drinks. So of course, the staff come out and they separate the two guys. And I believe the Belgian had taken a cheap shot at the Scandinavian, and I think he had returned the shot or something. And, eventually say, hey, calm down, calm down, calm down. It's not worth it. Don't get into a fight in China. It's not going to end well. So they eventually get separated, and eventually somebody, I think, kind of softly ushered away the Belgian, and the Scandinavian, I think, ended up staying, and I think I hung out with him afterwards at at the nearby Shitong, but it was just such a weird scenario to play out. But I guess a couple guys after a few drinks and egos and who's tougher comes out kind of led to the buildup of something stupid. Anyway, that's the AJO's fight story. See you guys in the next video.